Many years ago, in my inbox popped this job opportunity. I was like, wow, this is a job I would love to do. There aren't many in the arts that need dancing and acting and singing and teaching and moving. Really, really use all of my skills. I said, yes, that I can do. Then I thought to myself, they're never gonna hire me. Why would they hire me? I don't know where that came from. I literally thought to myself, I can do the job, but they're never gonna hire me for the job. So I think I got busy and then just forgot about it. A year later, in my inbox popped in, so-and-so's hired for this job. Now this person was obviously perfectly capable and I was very happy for them, but I was disappointed in myself. It was the first time in my life I let my doubt derail my path. I let my doubt block me from doing something. I let my doubt stop me from trying. I had done way more grand things in my life at that point. And for some reason, the voice of doubt that day got very loud and shut me down. And who knows where my life would have been if I had taken that path. That's a line I walk with all the time. I had always told my students, when you go to an audition, go for it. Don't not go, you go. Don't cut yourself, let them cut you. If you're right for the part, they'll keep you. If you're not, they'll cut you. Big deal. I'm not saying go for a role that's totally outside of your skill set, but if it's within your skill set, go for it. The point is that there were times where I had the doubt, I walked with the lion, and I was very, very successful. That one time, I doubted myself, I let the doubt take me off my path and lost the chance of a lifetime. Now, who knows if they would have hired me? I don't know, but I would have liked to have tried. And then there was a time where I was well outside my skill set. I had the doubt, I went in there anyway, and I crashed and burned. All of that is called resilience. That's why this video series is called Roar. Reflection, optimism, authenticity, and resilience. If you can do all of that, you will walk with whatever line comes your way, and your life will have boundless possibilities. Self-doubt is like a quiet whisper, one that creeps into our minds and convinces us to question our worth, our abilities, our potential. You ever feel like you can't do something despite knowing that you can? Have you ever started something you're sure you can do, and then halfway through go, I can't do this? Have you ever started to do something you know you can do and then suddenly hesitate? Or what about not going after passion or taking a risk, not even telling anyone that you wanted to do it because you're afraid of that snarky voice that's telling you to hold back and hesitate? Yeah, you are not alone. It's a deeply human condition that every person grapples with internally. Understanding this is the first step to overcoming it, of walking with it. I call them lions. Life challenges, unchanging circumstances. It's more than a metaphor, it's a way of life. In this season, we're taking a deep dive into walking with the lion of self-doubt. Before we get to some action items about how to turn your self-doubt into optimism and hope, let's talk about life struggles in general. History and heritage across the globe reminds us that struggle, whether socio-economic or personal, are a shared human experience. Recognizing self-doubt as one of life's inevitable challenges reframes it, not as something to fear or avoid, but as a part of human experience that we all share. Learning how to walk with self-doubt rather than letting it hold us back becomes the foundation for building resilience and hope. Across cultures and experiences, the weight of self-doubt manifests in unique ways, but the underlying struggle is the same. In some cultures, the honor of the family depends on the success of the child. That's a heavy line for both the family and the child to walk with. In other cultures, a formal education is the only way, despite the passion a child may have for a particular vocation. Parents want one thing, the child wants another. If the child does what the parents want and goes against their wishes, that's a lion. If the child goes against their parents and disappoints them, that's a lion. Either way, that child's walking with a lion. In others, the culture is so carefree that the child lacks structure and therefore may spend a good portion of their life trying to organize their life. That's a lion that child and family have to walk with. How many of us can relate? I can. I love my parents. They were against me wanting to dance, but they were trying to protect me, and I appreciate them. And now that I know what dancing requires, when a child tells a parent they want to dance, I get it. They have a right to be scared. It is a rough business. I just thank goodness my parents didn't try to stop me. They said, okay, do it your way. We'll step out of the way and let you do it. And they did. And I did it. And we're all very proud. But that was the line I walked with for sure. People around the world are having similar struggles. In our shared struggle, there's a truth that evolves, that simmers to the top. Lions are here to teach us. I've seen this over and over again in so many countries. In fact, I've gone to almost 40 countries, and this is consistent. When we look at self-doubt through the lens of empathy, we begin to see how deeply connected we are to one another. This connection is powerful. By aligning with the shared experience of self-doubt, we tap into a collective strength, the understanding that we aren't alone. What others have faced and overcome can inspire and empower us. Their resilience becomes our guide, and their strength reflects the strength we carry within ourselves. This is why I tell you my stories of ups and downs in hopes that they'll inspire you. This shared perspective removes the burden of unhealthy comparison, which often fuels self-doubt, and replaces it with a sense of belonging. At its core, transforming self-doubt into optimism and eventually into hope and action requires a shift in focus. It's not about erasing the doubt, but about recognizing the internal strength we all carry, the strength to keep moving forward despite it. Walking with self-doubt teaches us that it's okay to question ourselves as long as we don't let those questions stop us from striving for the life we deserve. We're going to get to some action items regarding self-doubt shortly, but first I want to share some unsettling numbers. It's no surprise that mental health problems affect so many of us, with 25% of the human population impacted over a lifetime. Depression alone leaves more than 350 million people worldwide struggling daily. Academic studies and countless personal stories show us one thing over and over again: we cannot outrun these challenges. When we try to ignore or suppress our struggles, they tend to resurface, often accompanied by self-doubt that holds our potential hostage. And yet, despite this commonality that we all share, more than 700,000 people take their own lives each year. That's why it's crucial to take a new approach. We must walk with life challenges. Walking with life challenges means developing two essential qualities: passion and commitment. Passion is your unshakable desire to pursue your purpose, even when the path is difficult. If you don't awaken the passion in your life, self-doubt will seep in and can become the focus. Commitment is your dedication to act in alignment with your self-worth, regardless of the setbacks. Ritual prepares the brain for learning and growth. Having a set routine that's healthy and productive can clear your head to face your challenges and begin to neutralize self-doubt. Together, these qualities help us frame challenges, setbacks, and traumas with the right mindset. Challenges are temporary disturbances. The mindset, this too shall pass. Setbacks bring us to a previous state of being. I've been here before. This too shall pass. There's traumatic experiences, then there's trauma. Traumas are psychological wounds that leave a lasting impression. I accept what happened to me. This does not define me. This too shall pass. I don't want to trivialize life's trauma, life's challenges, the dark things that happen to us, the things we face that are unfair and that are not the plan. They're hard. That's why I call them lions, because they can and often devour us. It is not going to help to fight them. It's not going to help to run from them. It's not going to help to freeze or to become incapacitated, particularly by self-doubt. We have to embrace them and face them and walk with them. Not easy to do. To walk with life challenges, we must change our internal landscape to manifest a change in our external world. This means cultivating awareness, education, and support. Personal awareness starts with self-reflection, taking time to understand your thoughts, emotions, and their impact on your well-being. Social awareness expands this understanding, showing us how our environments and relationships shape our experiences. Education broadens our perspective, building trust, empathy, and compassion, while support, both internal and external, provides resources needed to navigate life's toughest moments. And let's not forget the strength of connection. While comparison often isolates us, creating feelings of denial or anxiety, understanding our shared humanity can build bridges. When we see that others are facing their own challenges, setbacks, and traumas, we open ourselves up to community, collaboration, and healing. We carry within us a heritage, a legacy of resilience. As descendants of those who overcame immense struggles tied to gender, ethnicity, ability, age, sexual orientation, religion, and other cultural identities, we hold the strength to reclaim our lives. Embrace the wisdom and resilience of your ancestry, your heritage. Remember all that you are. Every aspect of yourself is valuable, worthy, and lovable. So how do we put this into practice? Let's build a life of purpose and confidence step by step. Identify your passions. What drives you? What makes you feel alive? For example, if you love helping others, maybe your passion lies in mentoring or volunteering in your community. Explore activities that make you lose track of time and make you feel truly fulfilled. Describe the relationship your passion has with your personal, social, and cultural identity. Understand how your unique background shapes your purpose. For instance, if your passion is storytelling, think about how your culture, values, and personal experiences influences the stories you want to tell or the impacts you want to make. Create and maintain commitments that support your passion. These could be healthy habits, routines, or small daily actions that align with your goals. For example, if you're passionate about fitness, commit to exercising 3 times a week and tracking your progress. Share your passions and commitments with your community. Your support circles can keep you motivated and accountable. If you're passionate about art, join a local art group or share your progress online to connect with others who inspire and support you. Build your community. Find your family, your chosen family. Now, when it comes to walking with life challenges, this is important. Determine whether you're dealing with a challenge, a setback, or a trauma. Each requires a unique approach. For example, losing a job can be a setback. Losing a loved one might cause trauma, trigger, or involve trauma. Knowing which one you're dealing with helps you approach the situation. Identify the mindset that fits your immediate situation. Is it acceptance, resilience, or growth? If you're facing a temporary challenge like a difficult project, remind yourself this too shall pass, and then focus on one task at a time. Easy to say, you gotta do it. Clarify acceptance versus unacceptable outcomes. If you're negotiating some work situation, and most of us are, be clear about what you can and cannot live with. This is tough because this involves co-workers and your livelihood, but you have to put yourself first and do what you have to do for you, which may make others uncomfortable and may make you uncomfortable, but you really have to stand up and advocate for yourself. Develop an action plan. Break down what needs to be done step by step. If you're dealing with financial difficulties, start by creating a budget, identifying expenses to cut, and exploring additional opportunities for income. Figure out what you need, what you have, and how to get what you need to fill that gap. That's a tough one. We're all doing that. Putting yourself in action, putting that voice, that whisper into an action that you can control helps dissipate that voice of self-doubt. Tap into your strengths, community, and other support systems. Call that friend, call that relative, call that mentor, and lean on them. That's what they're there for, and you'll do the same for them when the time comes. If you're feeling overwhelmed, consider seeking guidance from a mentor, a therapist, or a trusted friend. Call on a professional. They're trained to help us get through these times. Practice mindfulness. Stay in the present moment as much as possible, allowing yourself to face life one step at a time. If you're stressed about an upcoming event, take it one day at a time instead of worrying about what if it all goes great? What if everything you dream comes true? Because that can happen too. So imagine the best case scenario, be in the moment, and see it as an adventure. Let's talk about the R in ROAR. Resilience. Building resilience can help you. Fortifying your resilience can help you stay focused, flexible, and productive in both good and bad times. Feel less afraid of new experiences or an uncertain future. Manage and tolerate strong emotions outside your comfort zone, even those you'd rather avoid like anger or despair. Strengthen your relationships and improve your communication skills, especially under pressure. Bolster your self-esteem. Be confident you'll eventually find the solution to a problem, even one that isn't immediately apparent. Walking with life's challenges is about recognizing the power you hold, using the tools and resources available to you, and moving forward with passion and commitment. Together, we can transform self-doubt into strength and create a life filled with purpose, confidence, and hope. Have a look in the description for a full list of episodes in this season, and look out for episode 2, Reframing Challenges. Once posted, it'll be here, and the playlist will be there. Are you ready to embrace your roar, your capacity to self-reflect and walk with your lions in optimism, authenticity, and resilience? Your lions are waiting. Let's learn to walk with them together. I'll see you there.